Chapter 16 of the Tale of Betsy Butterfly. This recording is in the public domain. The Tale of Betsy Butterfly by Arthur Scott Bailey. Chapter 16. Nothing but a fraud. At last Joseph Bumble's displeasure passed all control. He began to buzz as loud as he could, hoping to drown Buster Bumblebee's buzzing, so that Buster could no longer talk to Betsy Butterfly. Naturally, Buster soon had to raise his own voice in order to make himself heard, and soon the two made such a roar that everybody else had to stop up his ears. Noticing a look of distress on Betsy Butterfly's face, Buster asked her what the trouble was. "You and your cousin Joseph are making a terrible racket," she told him. "My cousin Joseph!" cried Buster Bumblebee. "And who is he, I should like to know? Point him out to me, please, for I don't know I had a cousin at this party." "There he is," said Betsy Butterfly, nodding her head towards the glowering Joseph. "What, that unshaven stranger in the yellowish-brown suit?" cried Buster Bumblebee. "I assure you he's no relation of mine." "You must be mistaken," Betsy persisted. "He says he's your cousin, and of royal blood himself." "Nonsense!" cried Buster Bumblebee. "Just let me talk to him a moment, and I'll soon prove that your friend is nothing but a fraud." Accordingly Buster left her, and straightway perched himself upon a daisy directly in front of Joseph Bumble. "Howdy do," said Buster. "I hear you've been talking about me." Now, Joseph Bumble's only thought was that the noisy chap in the yellow and black velvet must have overheard what he had said to Chirpy Cricket about throwing him out of the party. "I don't care to talk with you," Joseph announced in his grandest manner. "I'm from such a fine family that I have to be very particular about who I'm seen with." "Is that so?" said Buster. "I suppose if Buster Bumblebee were at this party you'd be glad to talk with him?" "I should say I would," was the other's answer. "He's my cousin." "What's your name, anyhow?" Buster inquired. "Joseph Bumble." "What's the rest of it?" Buster Bumblebee demanded, while the whole company surged around him, so that they might hear. "I refuse to answer," said Joseph Bumble, and afterward Daddy Longlegs declared that at that moment he saw the fellow's knees trembling. "Come," said Joseph Bumble, turning suddenly to Betsy Butterfly. "I see that we've accidentally fallen in with some rough people, and we'd better be moving on." But Betsy Butterfly didn't even look at Joseph. "What is his full name?" she asked Buster. "He's a bumble flower beetle," Buster said. "And as for his being related to me, that's all humbug. This stranger is no kin either to the bumblebee or any other bee family. But his voice is so much like ours that he's taken part of our name, though our family has always claimed that he has no right to it." "Who are you?" Joseph Bumble demanded of Buster quite fiercely. He was determined to put his enemy to rout if he could. "I'm Buster Bumblebee," was the reply. "Don't you know your cousin?" When he heard that, Joseph Bumble knew at once that the game was up. His trickery was discovered beyond a doubt. So with one last lingering look at the beautiful Betsy he took to his wings. And no one ever saw him in those parts again. As for Betsy Butterfly, she never could bear, after that, to hear the name of Joseph Bumble so much as mentioned. Chapter 17